St. Francis High School.
The CCS Football Player of the Year is St. Francis wide receiver and defensive back Bennett Williams. Bennett was dominant for the Lancers this season with 24 catches for 557 yards and 5 touchdowns. Bennett always seemed to come up with a big play in a big game. On defense, Bennett set a new career interception record at St. Francis with 17 interceptions in his career, including 6 this past season. Bennett is deciding where he will play next season, but is considering some Ivy League schools.
Playing with those guys and that brotherhood that we've developed, and playing at a high level of football, in the WCL against some of the great teams and great guys that I've been playing with, against for 4 years. So I'm gonna miss those guys definitely. I was kind of surprised when I heard that, but it really means a lot being selected out of all the players and the 152 teams, something like that, in CCS, being the one player that gets that great honor. So I'm truly honored to be selected as Player of the Year.
Leckie, Serra High School.
The CCS Offensive Player of the Year is Serra quarterback and running back Leckie Nunn. Leckie was the section's most explosive player this season, throwing for 1,354 yards with 14 touchdowns and just 2 interceptions. Leckie ran for 786 yards and 11 touchdowns. Leckie led the Padres to a league tri-championship, a section championship, and into the NorCal playoffs. Leckie is deciding where he will play next season.
Sophomore year, I had a shaky start. I didn't know if I was going to be starting quarterback for the whole season because we had Hunter Bishop. But my junior year, I really focused and dialed in and got into it. And I got Player of the Year that year. And then this year, I don't know, I just sort of getting to know Coach Lowe's new offense, because we used to run the Raider a lot. And so getting to know the spread, it really helped out, especially my senior year, and I became a veteran at it. I'd say I'm a vocal leader. I definitely talk out there on the field, but at times I do remain calm and poised because, yeah, you can't get too high or too low during the game.
Trent Laub, Valley Christian High School.
The CCS Defensive Player of the Year is Valley Christian linebacker Trent Laub. Trent was a tackling machine from his middle linebacker spot for the Warriors. Trent led the Warriors in tackles, and it wasn't close, with 122 total tackles during the Warriors' tri-championship league season, an Open Division section title, and into the NorCal playoffs. Never the biggest player on the field, it never took long for Trent to get noticed by opponents with his grit and tenacity. Trent will attend Liberty University next year.
I think, each week, Coach Scherenberg and Coach Vallis have just really prepared us to be more than successful on the field. I know that each guy who's next to me is going to leave it out on the field. I know that they push me to get better. And I think it's a team effort. I think I'm just part of, a great defense that we have this year. And I've had the opportunity to play with the guys that I do play with, from D-line to linebackers to DBs. I think it's definitely a team effort, and I think that's where my credit goes to.
Candice Denny, Archbishop Mitty High School.
We have 2 CCS Volleyball Players of the Year. The first is middle block Candice Denny from Mitty High School. The senior captain led the Monarchs to their 13th state title this season. Candice ripped home 312 kills, 111 blocks, and 37 aces. A force at the net, Candice was overpowering for opponents with her crushing kills and impenetrable blocks. Candice will play on scholarship next season at the University of Arizona.
Last year we lost about 7 seniors, so it was always a question of, what are we going to do? But I think everyone really stepped up and filled in all the playing spaces and did even more than that to, we went above and beyond all our goals. We won state. We swept the team we played. And overall, I think we just did a lot of things that we haven't done in the past 4 years, which was kind of incredible for me to see in my last year. My teammates, I'm going to miss them all. We all have so many inside jokes and we love to have fun and we get things done. So, I couldn't ask for more from any of them.
Katie Smoot, Notre Dame Belmont.
Our co-player of the year is Notre Dame Belmont's Katie Smoot. Katie led the Tigers to a league title and into the CCS and NorCal playoffs. Katie was awesome for the Tigers with 630 kills this season to go along with 52 blocks and 61 aces. Katie was a 4-year force on the Tigers team, helping Notre Dame Belmont develop one of the very best programs in the section. Katie will play next season at the University of Arizona.
Since freshman year, when we were 0-6 to winning league, obviously it's different leagues, but I think it's been really incredible seeing how we've been able to shape the program into a more competitive environment and being able to actually compete with teams like Valley Christian and SI. So I think it's been really inspiring to be part of that. I think I'm gonna miss most being best friends with my teammates on and off the court. I think that helps a lot, motivating me and getting the best outcome out of me as a player. I think it's gonna be tough to play without them next year, but I think because of the bonds we've created, it'll be a good experience.
Sydney Voss, Branham High School.
Our girls' scholar athlete for the fall is Branham outside hitter Sydney Voss. Sydney helped lead the Bruins to a perfect 10-0 league record and into the CCS Playoffs. Sydney led her team with 265 kills, 27 blocks, and 70 aces. The two-time league MVP was also great in the classroom with a 4.4 grade point average. She will play on scholarship next season at Puget Sound University.
I think that starting volleyball in about 8th grade, it taught me how to work hard, and then I carried that into my academics, and really I was able to push both academically and on the court. My parents are probably my biggest support factor between driving me places, cooking me food. They make my life very easy. My coach Cooper, she is one of the biggest inspirations in my life. She's been pushing me. She's been my coach since I first started playing.
Jackson Enright, Sacred Heart Prep.
Our boys' scholar athlete for the fall season is Sacred Heart Prep water polo player Jackson Enright. Jackson is a 4-year starter with the Gators, winning league and section titles all 4 years. The team captain was prolific with the Gators, leading his team with 60 goals and 44 steals. Jackson is also a standout in the classroom with a 4.4 GPA. He will attend Harvard University next year.
It's a lot of just, hard work and dedication in and out of the classroom. Coming out of school and putting hard work in the pool kind of inspires you and your teammates all to, collaborate. And then, coming home from school, you're hungry, you eat dinner, and then you just get, and then you got to put the hours in for schoolwork.